This meeting is being recorded.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, how are you?
Good. We slept in since it was so crazy last night. And then I was like, I wonder what's the latest I can order groceries today because I have to go photograph a proposal tonight at like 8:30. So I'm like, I wonder if I can get that 9 o'clock spot at Walmart. And sure enough, I did, but I only had an hour to do it. So thank you. That's done.
You're welcome. I'm just doing analytics over here. So,
Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, bless. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's not a great start to a Monday, but oh well.
It happens, right?
It does. Okay, I have 4 bullet points of like topics to chat through. Um, I'm gonna knock out the first 2 since these last 2 are gonna probably take us the rest of the call. So, okay, first thing is I want to basically I want you and I to take on an SOP project. I know once upon a time we had made a board. I still have the boards. The board's created. I'm gonna give it to you. I'll add you to it if you're not already on it. And then I want you just to go through and things that don't apply to us anymore, you can just delete the card. But it's literally this big, huge board where I think I did topics and columns, and then there's like cards for tasks or whatever it is that fall under that category. And I'll go in there too and I'll update some of it, but I want us to basically tackle 1 to 2 SOPs per week until the whole board is done. And I think we'll be able to get that completed by like December. So then the whole business is right there. Mostly because I almost want to treat the business like if Robert had to take over or, we were going to sell the company or whatever. I literally want to be like, we don't need any prep time. Here you go. See you later. So that's what I want to do on the SOP project. So we just kind of need to like clean it up, set it up, and then we can start tackling 1 to 2 SOPs per week. And then I think we'll knock it out pretty quickly. So
Perfect.
Okay. Number 2, let me turn this up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, number 2 was just talking about distributing Tara's tasks. So we kind of already talked about this a little bit, but she does a couple of things. She checks my Etsy, I believe, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
And she literally just logs in and she looks to see if there's a message. 90% of the time, there's nothing there. But I realize that sometimes a lot of the messages we get will fall in on a weekend, or I'll see it come in through an email, but I don't have the Etsy app downloaded, so I can't say anything to them. And so anyway, so that's that. It literally will take you 2 seconds to log in and see if there's a message. And I'll find my Loom videos and anything that I gave her. I wish I would have archived her tasks instead of just delete the whole column, because I didn't know that if you delete the whole column, it's gone. So that sucks. But it's not like we don't have the videos in Loom. We just have to search for them.
Right.
So there's that. She also has been uploading. So once Natalie is done with the audio, she has been uploading it to Buzzsprout and getting it ready. So she follows the podcast schedule. So she'll upload it, copy and paste the name, get it ready to go. And then I'll be doing the blogs, and I'll probably go ahead and write the show notes too. But I think what would be helpful is if you want to, you can like once a month, because basically here's my process. Today I'm going to get on, I'm going to pay some invoices. I'm also going to pay Natalie's. I usually pay Natalie by the 5th, just like I pay you by the 5th of every month. Then I don't send her like the next set of podcasts until the next month. So I try to give her only like 4, maximum of 5 at a time. So for example, in June, she had July episodes. In July, she's going to have August episodes, so on and so forth. So you won't have to start this process until August when we're working on September episodes, because Tara's got me for the rest of this month. So anyway, so So basically I would say sometime she usually gets it back to me, usually by like, I would say the 8th, 9th, or 10th of the previous month. So maybe if it's like the 10th of every month, you go in, you take the final episodes, you upload them to Buzzsprout as long as there's enough time, there should be. And then I'll take it from there. So we can kind of rearrange some of those automations on the board. Because I have it set up nicely, I'll just replace Tara's name with either what we're calling the step, or I'll just put your name up there to where it's automatic. All you gotta do is move the card over and I know it's ready for me. So that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm writing the blogs, and I believe that's all that she has been doing at the moment. Okay. So that brings us into membership and blueprint conversation. Okay, so
Big ones.
Yeah, the big ones. So I did a lot of like sitting and thinking and like just trying to sit and just like, okay, what direction do I want to go? And you're right. We have done this in the past where we're like, hey, we're updating the blueprint. You know, if you sign on, you're going to get 8 weeks of live cook. Like we did that, and that was fine, and that was whatever. I don't really want to do that again right now. Because I feel like she almost jumped ahead. Like I appreciate everything that she said, but I also at the same time was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know the whole time we were just going to talk about the blueprint. I thought that we were going to also talk about the membership, which from her standpoint, she said, I tried to do the exact same thing that you're doing. I tried the membership. I was going to do a membership, and then my coach told me you just need to focus on what brings in more money with less effort. And I think that's cool and dandy, but the whole reason that we built a product suite out is to get more blueprint students. We can't do that just by fresh name, fresh content. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not going to happen. And so I want to start, and I truly think like the reason it dropped in that order for me was because we should work on the membership first. So that's what we're going to talk about. I took a lot of notes. I need to find my notes real quick. I feel like I've been all over the place today. Okay, let me see if I can find, wonder if I just wrote them. I bet you I wrote it in membership launch board. Let's see here. Yes, okay, so my main question was, who is the membership for? What is the outcome versus what the blueprint does? And so we are going to rename the blueprint. I know I paid $2,500 to trademark it. That's cool. That's cool, but I want to trash that, and I just want to have obvious names. So starting with the membership, I wrote what the membership is. So it is a paid membership that offers photographers a supportive community and the tools to cultivate a profitable business faster. Now, here's my question. You don't have to write this down. It's in the membership board. I'll copy and paste it if you want to, but okay. So basically it just says like, hey, this membership offers you a supportive community and the tools to cultivate a blank faster. So here's my thing. I was going to put profitable business, but I feel like that's so big.
Okay, I heard you the first time. Awkward. Okay.
That's okay. So I think instead of putting profitable business, I think we should put a booked calendar. So I'm going to put this in the chat so you can see what I'm talking about. But I think we should use the language of a booked calendar. Okay. So that's kind of like what is the membership? Here's what it is. Does that make sense to you? Is that clear?
Yes. And I agree with this language over profitable.
Yes. I like this because they're in their minds, they're thinking I want to book more sessions. So I want that booked calendar. I feel like that's more tangible, where like that's specifically what we could talk about, I think. Are these like bite-sized trainings and stuff to help them do that, keeping it very basic. Because what am I calling it?
Purposeful. What is it? Hang on.
What did we name the membership?
Hang on. We got it. I just had this pulled up. Just had Got it pulled up.
Oh, photography business builder membership.
That's
Yeah,
it.
the business. Yes. Okay. So like we're just gonna call it the business builder membership, but like on the
Mhm.
website when people are seeing graphics, we're gonna throw the word photographer in there for like SEO. But really it's like the business builder. So I like that. The business builder to get them to a booked calendar. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason that I wanted to change the blueprint's name is because they're no longer going from broke to booked. That's what the membership is doing, right?
Mhm.
And shoot, we could, I mean, I would have used that for the membership, except that would be super confusing. So that's why we're not using it.
Yeah.
What I thought for the blueprint was call it what it is and literally call it the full-time photography blueprint. Hello, right? That's the easiest. It's straightforward. You know if it's for you or if it's not, right? So that's what I think name-wise we should do. And again, the membership is based on, we'll probably do more like bite-size, here's why you're not getting booked, here's what to do
Yeah.
about it. And I do feel like our trainings, I feel like they do like for August, September, and I'm gonna pull this up in a second. We're just gonna do a rundown. If we think that it's too, like, I just want to get micro with the membership, and then that course, I really want that course to almost be like an add-on, or vice versa. You get the blueprint, but then you can get the membership as an add-on. So these are the two things that I want to focus on, and then of course we have one-on-one coaching. So yeah, I couldn't even, like, I had 3 people reply to my story, and all I keep hearing is, I can't afford that. I can't afford that. So it makes 0 sense for me to come out swinging with a $4,000 program, right?
Yeah.
I want to get there, but right now, I think what we need to do is we almost have to take it back to the basics. And there's like 3 parts to this launch, right? Or 3 parts to this build out. It's like creating the product. Okay, now we got to figure out like what's the marketing strategy that's going to work for my business that doesn't look like his and hers and whatever they're telling me to do. And then 3, like how do we continue to nurture that and actually launch it out to people? So so that there's that. Okay, for the membership, what do you want to talk about specifically? We can dive into this board. You can ask me questions. We can go.
Yeah,
through
let's just take a look at the board together. That way, if we have any notes, we can just kind of go from there.
Perfect. Okay.
Hang on. Let me share my screen. Okay, so here's this. Is there anything that you wanted to know? I wanted to look at this because I saw you put it.
Yep.
Okay. So you just basically outlined what it needs to be.
I did, yeah, and I kind of wanted to look at that really quickly because I feel like this is the foundation of what this membership is. So for August, it is vision and ideal client, and that is exactly what the mini training is. So mini training's done, downloads done. I can show you both of those. I feel like that's a really good place to start. And that's like, I almost feel like that's the first place that people should start. Like, let's reevaluate what we're doing. Okay, September is content. I think that's perfect. I don't, there's really not a lot I want to change. The mini training is all, I'm just going to do, literally, I'm just going to almost pretend that I'm doing the content planning session for the blueprint students. And I'm just going to take them through it. And maybe that means, maybe we do need to go ahead and do an August calendar. Just me and you, just making it just for the purpose of teaching with it. And then that's going to actually be their template. So I don't know if you want to make a, if you want to make a copy of that spreadsheet we've been using so it can just live on its own so we can give people to view it. Yeah.
So I'll make a copy of this and then we'll go back to that. Okay.
Perfect.
October was busy season, keeping that in mind. So
yes, and
this is good.
Yeah, I wanted to give them like a little bit of something. And I'm hoping it will be a busy season for those. And that might be something that we kind of pull in September, like where you at with booking, just to
Mhm.
see like, does this align? And if it doesn't align, then, could I swap it for something different, right? Like, what can you
Right.
do? Maybe we just do some big thing about here's how to book out a Christmas mini session from start to finish. Like, that could be really fun too. In fact, will you add that as a checklist item? Backup idea Christmas mini training?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. November's topic is it's a little too high level in my opinion. Like I feel like SEO would be fine. Like we can definitely talk about SEO. I just don't think we're really going to talk about websites. So I think the mini training that I picked, that is, you know what I mean? Like that's micro level. Is just teaching them like what is SEO, why is it important, and then here's how to choose your own. I'm okay with that. I think that'll be fine.
Okay.
And then December is literally just going to be like, what do I do about slow season? And then maybe in January, that's when we do our the training of the month is like vision for the year, the goal setting.
Okay. So hang on.
Yeah, we're good.
Can I just nope, I guess I can just do that. No. Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, there we go. This is
There
gonna
we go.
be
Our typical
what is
goal.
this?
Our goal setting.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Well, that was simple enough. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, what else do we want to talk about on here? You've been knocking things in. I haven't even like mine are overdue.
It's okay. Okay, so let's talk about the training. So I can show you. Speaking of, I've got to get back with Shannon today and get her to create the slides. But what I did was the topic for the 3-day email training. I think it's over there, the completed task.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, one of those. I think it's that one, pick topic. I put it somewhere. It's on one of these. I almost felt like they were duplicated.
Oh, okay. We just did the.
Oh yeah, this is it. But this is it. This is my this is the whole thing that I'm about to give Shannon. So it's the fully booked fall boot camp. What I did was I kind of beefed it up a little bit and I just up leveled what we're talking about. So day one, again, I'm teaching them the availability, the offer, and the pricing. And then so we're doing like a little bit of, I copied last year's and 2022. So we're walking through the calendar planning, determining what they're selling, and also going to go ahead and cover pricing in that one. I wanted to beef it up so that they would come ready with the homework.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other thing that I want to touch on real quick before I go back down the whole topics for the training is for homework, instead of having them email us, I want to have 3 different Google forms. Day 1 homework, day 2 homework, day 3 homework. I'm going to give away prizes. These are like, I don't have to do anything about it. And I think I put those are in the board. And so we'll get there. I just wanted to let you know what they were.
Okay.
Perfect. So, okay. So day 2 is back-end systems. It's like, okay, what do I need to have ready before I can market these? Day 3 is marketing. And then I just kind of beefed it up a little bit. I think I finished it all. Yes, social media, email marketing, local marketing. Done. Okay, so that is like a taste of everything we're going to talk about in the membership. So I was trying to like outline it. They actually don't have 5 days to get the 97 or to get the $47. They have 2. So they have from that Wednesday. No, maybe it's Thursday and Friday. Anywho, August 1st and August 2nd, they have, and actually I think the people that are doing the training, they have until August 2nd. I think they hear about it on Wednesday, July 31st. So they kind of have extra time. But either way, it's by August 2nd. When they join, they can lock in that $47 a month in pricing before it goes up. And then it goes up during the promotional period. From August 3rd and 4th, it goes to the $97 a month. So okay. So all that is ready to go. We just need, you might need to make yourself a card to create the Google forms for homework. Yeah. And I will go in here. So if you want to maybe assign it to me first, I can go in there And I can tell you, here's what needs to be on the form for day 1, day 2, day 3, and then I'll
Okay.
assign it to you and you can knock that out.
Perfect.
And I'll move it to a different week if I need to, because it probably doesn't really need to be done until later on. So if you want to put it like 2 weeks out or 1 week out, something like that.
Yeah, we'll put it over here.
Okay. Prizes. I see it. It's right down there on 2 weeks out. It's the last one. Here's what I picked. I think it's, investment guide from shop, because it goes with pricing. Day 2 is back in system, so it's my IrisWorks course. And then day 3 is that we're going to give away 1 spot for 1 month of the membership, because I think that will create a need to stay. So
perfect.
Awesome.
Okay.
Create trading slides, pre-record 3 trainings and homework for email. I already did all that. Map out 90 days worth of content. We did that. We mapped it out, so that's done. I need to record my podcast launch ad. I believe I already did record the podcast with the promo.
Okay.
I need to work on landing pages
Mm-hmm.
and adding it to my website, which sounds like a freaking headache, but I can do it. I did start the Thrive Cart portal.
Okay.
I did start it. It's outlined. We just need to go in, add lessons, add course graphics. While I'm talking out loud, give me a second so I know what to give to Shannon. Okay, I am giving her, she needs to create 3 training slideshows. I'm also going to have her work on the membership logo, the blueprint logo, and maybe some graphics to go in ThriveCart. Okay.
So what do we need in the portal? Because this is the checkout, but what do we need in the portal?
I think you had another card or something. And if you didn't, I wrote it out myself in a little checklist. So it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I did start outlining emails. Somewhere in here, there is another Google Doc link. I did outline it, so I know what's going out when. I just need to go in and write them. And I had a hard time last week.
Right here.
Yeah, I had a hard time last week. Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those cards. They almost were one and the same. So I just kind of did all of it. So it's the promos, it's the training, reminders, the whole, all of it. It's all in the same doc. So I have those. I had a hard time writing copy for it because I wasn't 100% sure what we were doing. The membership. So I'll go back to that. Not a big deal. Okay. But one thing though that it's all this marketing that I'm starting to go, okay, what are we doing? I need to write.
That's my question. Like, where's it going?
So it's primarily, obviously our hottest leads are on our email list. We already know this, right? They've been tuning in every day. So we're for sure doing email list, but I also want to talk about it on Instagram stories. And I'm going to insert it on probably starting July 15th, whatever the 2 podcast episodes are right before that. I'm going to do that too. I'm just going to put it in the little description.
Okay. So maybe create posts and captions is not what I need to do here.
So let's do marketing copy, marketing material, copy graphics. I really don't know. Where does this Google Doc go to after you're done renaming it?
Oh my word, what's happening? Why does it hate me today?
There you go. Perfect. I'm just curious where that goes.
Oh, this. It keeps going.
Oh, okay. I like that. Leave that there. Leave that there so I can see it.
Okay.
I mean, not now. I just mean like don't take it out of the card.
Okay. Perfect.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. So there's that. That's updated.
Okay.
Create, update promo graphics. I assigned this to myself, but are you having Shannon make new graphics, or do you want me to create graphics?
I think I'm gonna have Shannon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send her a list and I'm gonna ask her, do you think you can do this in a half day or a full day? And either way, it's getting done next week. It'll be knocked out. So I'm gonna try to have her do all of the graphics. If you just want to leave the card and maybe just put Shannon and unassign it to yourself, that'd be perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Works for me.
All right.
Okay.
This we did. This is just to review it and kind of go through it. Are you doing bonus trainings?
Yes, I have a list of them. Did I put it in there? I doubt I did. I made a list somewhere of what's
Oh, you
going
did.
in there. I
These
don't know
ones?
where it's at. Yeah, those ones. Perfect.
Okay. And then prizes.
Those are done.
Oh, you already had that in there, but we did another one anyway, so that's fine. Okay.
In there? Oh, okay. Oops.
Schedule sales emails, final outline run. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so what
Okay.
else do we need? So where, I mean, this is planned out. So what do
Yeah,
you need?
so I feel like everything on here is pretty accurate. I may run through it and clean up a couple cards just so that it's all in one place. But other than that, I think it's pretty accurate. I want to, and I know you already have a card for this to create the Facebook group. We'll probably do that about a week before. So, oh, that's another thing. How about we need Facebook group cover photo,
Mhm.
and then maybe some graphics, but probably not. I bet we can reuse all that we have for that.
Yeah.
'Cause there's really no reason that we can't go find old ones.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I put that on there for the 29th because you're not going to launch until the 31st. So I would rather it sit for 2 days versus like a week. You know what I
True.
mean?
Although it doesn't really matter since it's a paid community and not a free one if you're worried about, remember we did that whenever
I
it was like
guess, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So we could probably move this over here.
Perfect. Okay. Works for me. I need to batch. I have a lot to do. I need to batch emails for the rest of July. I haven't done that yet. I will get to that today, at least for this week, and I'm gonna try to knock out next week. And then really working on this. Okay, so that's really the membership for now. The last thing would be the blueprint. So
this is the 3rd, right? The price goes up on the 3rd.
yeah. Yep.
Okay, so now the blueprint.
Yes, now the blueprint. You may just go to the DWM board, and I have a project card in there that has it kind of mapped out a little bit. It's over under my column.
Right here. This
Yep,
one?
revamp blueprint. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I did create a ThriveCart portal. I will have to work on, like, I kind of built out the bones. Just need to go in and fill it up. I do need to re-record quite a few trainings.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, like, I'm trying to have the same deadline with the blueprints as this is where I'm at. It's like we have to tell the blueprint students at some point. And so I think I'm okay. Originally I was trying to get this done in like 2 weeks, which is kind of ridiculous. I don't think that's gonna work. So I think I want to tell the blueprint students on one of our July content calls. I can't remember which week I saw that on. Let me see if I can find it. Is it the 17th? No. Okay, we have one on the 24th, but I feel like that's a little late to tell them. Okay, so we have one on July 10th. So I was gonna tell them on July 10th, like, hey, here's what's up. Here's what you're gonna see us marketing for. We're making these changes. So I was going to announce it to the students on July 10th and then let them know that they are all being granted this fresh new blueprint portal, and that the coaching calls are basically coming to an end. I think that's good because I want to really invite them to come into the membership, because I feel like that's really reasonable. Like, most of the people that are showing up to the Blueprint Q&A calls, there's a handful that are still on payment plans for the Blueprint, but the majority of people have been paid up for several months at this point, if not years. So I feel like it's time to kind of break that up and invite people into the next thing. Once we have this membership going and the Blueprint course, and we got, like, it's on lock, we're good, it's rinse and repeat at that point of just launching different things throughout the year. Then toward the end of this year, I would like to start thinking, okay, what's next? What do we need to interview Blueprint students and figure out, like, hey, what is the next thing that you're wanting? And then how can we have like a higher level option, I think. So that's where my brain is. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
So I actually need to set this Blueprint revamp to July 31st, and we'll grant access August 1st, because I'm really not going to market the Blueprint at all until later. But I would like to have it completely done by July 31st.
Okay. Better?
And I think that should give me plenty. Like, that's, let me record 2 lessons a week and I should be fine. You know what I mean? Or maybe 3, but
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What else?
Awesome.
That went quick. That was boom boom.
I know. I don't know. Where do we feel like we need more explanation or whatever?
I don't think there is anywhere. I just think it's a matter of just getting in and doing like the things. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I wanted to talk about KPIs.
Look at all that crap that I have to do. Woo. Okay.
So the email lists, I left a comment here.
Oh, okay.
You like my PS, do not answer this on vacation. Okay,
Apparently
so
I didn't.
for the email KPIs, I guess my question is, we're looking at all emails. No, we're only looking at the emails that we sent to the entire list, right? Like, this is like those emails we're sending on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Correct. Yes.
It's not any of the others.
It's not my photography business. It's just anything that was sent to photographers. Yes.
Perfect. That's what I needed to know. So then I can go in and like finish doing these ones. I did all the podcast ones. Instagram, I only did this because I don't have access to this.
Yeah, no, that's fine. This is more like going forward. So beginning with, on July 1st, what does it say? And I can do the Instagram ones for sure.
And then I just pulled from the old KPI sheet for these types of things. But I think I have all the way through May done, and I'm working on June now, minus the email list. I got to go back because I had that one question. And before I did all 6 months, I was like, I'm not doing this until I know exactly what she wants.
For sure. Yeah.
So I have to go back and do all of the emails, but they're there.
Perfect.
So,
yay. Awesome. Yeah. And then you can just, I guess, before you fill out June, just duplicate those cards so you can move them over to July and so on and so forth, or you're going to kick yourself from having to delete everything. So I wish there was a way that you could say, hey, duplicate this column and every single task in it. There's not. It literally will not let you do that.
So that's super interesting to me, because last night I was in Trello setting up homeschool stuff because I'm going to go all digital this year. And I had to create 2 boards, obviously, one for Tanner, one for Reed. But what I wanted to do was duplicate Tanner's board and just adjust it for Reed. And like, you can duplicate the entire board.
Yes.
And you can move a like list from one board to another board, but you can't like copy it over.
Yeah.
Like, why can I move it from one board to another, but can't like, I just want to.
I know. I don't understand. I mean, this would have been so simple for me to go duplicate, 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 and it literally is not even an option. So I don't know. So I had to duplicate every single freaking card. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will do that as I go in and kind of do this today.
Okay.
That's on my list for this week anyways. So there's that. KPIs.
Perfect.
What else? Oh, I did outline, you said you were going to make, excuse me, emails. I outlined those, so it should be relatively easy. If you could just pull from them.
Yep.
They're all here.
Perfect. Okay.
What else?
I don't know. I have, it's a lot. Like I'm pretty overwhelmed at this point.
I feel like you have like so much to do.
Because it's not just my business. I'm also in 2 programs and I have to complete homework in all of them. So like one of them's for my nutrition and gut, which is why the grocery list took me for freaking ever, because I have to go gluten-free and I have to look for stuff. And then this is my whole meal plan for just this week. So yeah, it's a lot. That's why it took me a lot longer. Cost me twice as much as it normally would have, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So that's like the nutrition stuff. So every single week we have to watch like 2 to 3 different lessons. And sometimes they're 45 minutes long and sometimes they're 10. Like you just never know what you're going to get. So I'm behind by a week because of vacation. I haven't even gone back. So that's program 1. Program 2, thank God, we're on an implementation week, or not a week, a month, an implementation month, but we still have to go down the list. And so it's like, what is your big goal for life? Because I have to rebuild habits. So I have to do these 2-mile walks every day. And then also in the faith category, I'm like checking off boxes in my head over there. And then the business, and then having to go back and rewatch stuff before they expire. It's a lot on top of, I think my mother-in-law's still at the hospital. I'm going to double check because yeah. Let's see, is she home yet? I don't think so. I'm looking at Life 360. Nope, she's still at the hospital. So anywho, it's a lot, plus photography, and I have 13 sessions this month, which I am not even close to complaining, but it's a lot. So
13 sessions, that's a lot.
It is a lot. I think our first priority though, like if I'm gonna break this down, it's taking care of myself and then sitting down to the business. Honestly, I think I need to chomp more away at the membership so that I can free up space to do the blueprint. Because honestly, it's not like I can't sell the blueprint as is. I just don't want to. I want it to be super clean. You know what I mean? So speaking of, I thought of another thing for Shannon. It's the new blueprint course checklist.
I think, well, once you email that out to Shannon, you'll get that like off your plate, right? Because she'll be taking on all of those. If there's anything you need me to do, like if you write the copy and you need me to plug it into Flowdesk, then just say, hey, plug this into Flowdesk. I don't, you know what I mean? Just to save you as much time as I can.
Yeah. Last question. I had like a 5th bonus bullet point, and that was on the topic of interns. Not something we have to work on right now, but do you see a place where interns could come back in and be productive, or do you think that we're better off without interns?
Right now, I think we're better off without interns.
Okay.
Let's get through launches.
Or the whole freaking year.
Or the whole year and then revisit it. It may be that interns come in during Q1 to really help us with like that prep for the year ahead. Because you and I both know when we sit down at the end of 2024 and we plan out 2025, then we're like, holy shit, we have all these things to do, right? But really, if we just took on 3 interns and we handed them little things, then it's not so daunting. So maybe it's just interns are like a Q1 thing.
Sounds great. And they're more likely to do that as well.
So yeah.
I think my grandpa.
Now what?
He sent me it's so funny. Like we just don't ever text hardly unless it's like a
Mhm.
holiday or something. And he's funny. So he's the type of guy where people are like, oh, who are you related to? Or, oh, you're related to Steve. And I'm like, yeah, that's my grandpa. Oh my God, I feel so sorry for you. Because it gives people, he's just one of the, you know what I mean? He just gives people a
Yeah.
hard time. So he said, this is Robert. And he sent me a picture. It says, support your local pole dancer. It's not all about the money. It's about keeping you turned on. I don't know if you can see that, but it's sticker.
Oh my goodness.
That is so funny. Yeah, it's very weird that he texted me. That's why I was like, what is this about? Please don't tell me another family member's in the hospital. Anyway,
I know, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I am just trying to get client things
Oh, I had a
organized.
question for you. Yeah, no, go ahead. But I do have a
So
question
when
for
I
you.
get off this call, I'm gonna kind of take, because I had a call with Jetta and then I had a call with you, so I'm gonna take everybody's things and be like here, here, and here, and then
Yeah,
prioritize everything. And then I have to get back to my business because
yeah,
it's not, I can't, as happy as I am with the four of you, I can't be complacent in that happiness.
yeah, for sure. But also don't burn yourself out either, right? Like,
No, I can't take on another, like, that's what I told David. I feel stuck almost because I'm like, I can't take on any more full-time clients. I can't. The four I have is like all I can take on to be able to like keep everyone happy. That's where I have to be.
yeah,
But then also when I think about all these other things that I could be doing, I don't want to do them. That's where I'm
yeah,
at.
yeah. Okay, have you thought about an ideal fall schedule for you? And there's a purpose behind me asking, it has to do with like,
Yes. So
yes.
Jed and I just went over this. Let me just show you my calendar. We just
Okay.
went over this too because she was like, I need to know.
And so do
Okay.
I.
So the only time that it's gonna shift, so right now I'm working in the mornings. You can see 9 to
Good
12
God,
is
look at that
client work.
calendar. Yeah, sorry.
Is client work. And then what will happen is when we go into September, it shifts because of homeschool. So can I just click on that day?
You have
There we
to
go.
change it to a
So it
day. Yeah, there you
shifts.
go.
So
Okay.
it goes, homeschool goes to 9 to 12, and then client work goes 1 to 4.
Okay.
With that being said, you and I both know that for 3 years now, I've just kind of flexed it. And whenever I will, you know what I mean? Like sometimes
Yeah.
I work when they're homeschooling, just depends on what the homeschool day looks like.
Okay.
The only
And
thing I
that's
do,
Tuesday through Friday, or is this just because it's Labor Day?
this is just because, yeah, this is the first day of school. So then it'll be Monday through Friday.
Okay.
The only things to take note of truly right now are the last week of September.
Mm-hmm.
No, right here. So the last 2 weeks of July and the first 2 weeks of August, I will not be doing anything but your inbox management on those Fridays.
Okay.
Because I'll be traveling to the out of state baseball tournaments.
Okay.
Now, with that being said, we have a launch here. So if I need to pack the laptop, I will pack the laptop.
I bet we can figure it out.
And then September 18th, David's coming in for a visit.
Oh, wow.
So I know. So he'll be here September 18th and then he will leave on October 3rd. I told Jetta, just I'm going to tell you, I will still be working. I just probably will be more quiet than usual. So otherwise, that's all that I know.
What I would like to get on your schedule beginning once school starts, and I don't care if we even do it now, but it's just the summer's crazy. I'd rather not. Especially because we have guitar and Mondays we're not here. But my goal would be on Mondays if possible. And I love that you're doing the afternoon because I was actually going to request the afternoon because I want to get into my business, and instead of having all these Zoom calls and then I lose that momentum to work on things, Mondays are for me, and I'm, batching stuff out. I'm taking a lunch break, and then I want to have a meeting with you every other Monday.
Okay.
So our school starts August 15th. So if you
Mhm.
want to start it in August, we can. I think maybe we should, since we have a membership at that point. But so
Okay.
yeah, so let's see what's the first one, Monday, August 19th.
Mhm.
So, and I know if you can fit this in, cool. If you can't, we can wait till September. But I'm thinking like what, 1 to 2 or 1:30 to 2:30, something like that would be awesome. Every other week, just not every week, but every other week. And sometimes our meetings might be 20 minutes and sometimes they might be an hour, but I'd love to just have that blocked off for us.
I think that it needs to be done too, so that's fine. Okay, perfect. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put it in Zoom, and just schedule it to repeat.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So then we'll do that, and then what
And then
else?
just
Anything else?
invite me to it after that. Nope, that's it. I just want to get all that in there. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, because then otherwise the only things to take note of are that the entire week of Thanksgiving I'll be out of office.
Girl, me too.
I'm going to Texas with my mom, so I'll probably get to see your beautiful face in person.
I hope so.
Then in December, which December for us has always been the same, it's just a quiet month. Like, it's not that we're not working, it's just that we're quiet. So
yeah.
Otherwise, that's what my year looks like.
I love
Nothing
it.
crazy will happen around here until June of next year when we'll be moving to wherever we'll be moving. So
Okay, so y'all are planning on a move next year.
yeah, we the only way that we would stay here, David told me, is if they move him from OSS to whatever the other squadron is. That
Okay.
would be the only way we would stay here. But
Do
all
y'all
that
do y'all have choice on where you move, or they pick for you?
we will get to. So what will happen is he'll get the listing of what's available, and then he can like basically tier it. So number 1 spot, 2, and 3. Now there's no guarantee, but they try to go based on that. So we'll just go from there. But he's
And he
not
has how
expecting
much
the
longer
listing.
until he's eligible to retire or whatever?
The last time he and I sat down and like really talked about it, he told me a minimum of 5 years.
Okay.
So we'll see. He also mentioned that it's going to depend. For him, he's at the point in his career that now it depends on how the military treats him and his family. And if they screw us over, then he's just going to tap out because he's like, it's not worth it any longer at that point.
Right. Yeah,
So.
and politics play a lot in that, which is exactly why you're probably not pumped for all this crap going on. But I don't know. I have a better feeling this go around than I did last time, and so I
don't.
God, you don't.
Mm-mm.
I think I listened to too many people that's what they do for a living is they study politics and they have actually worked with both parties, and I think that's helped me realize like they're like literally everyone is saying that they're like the Democrats are in trouble, like deep trouble. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway.
Here's what I do know is a fact. and this is whether you're right leaning, left leaning, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Is when Biden was elected, everyone that is left leaning were loud. So proud.
So loud.
I've heard nothing. Everybody's quiet. Nobody's saying nothing. So one, that means you're probably not happy having to pay $3.20 a gallon for gas. And 2, probably means that you realize you maybe made a mistake.
Well, let me tell you, that is true. I have a cousin who literally we got in a knockout, drag out argument. Kind of, probably shouldn't have, but we were very passionate. I don't know what got into her. She lives in Georgia. She's always kind of been like the black sheep of the family, I would say. Like she just doesn't really fit the molds. Hardcore liberal, like very outspoken, voted for Obama, voted for Biden. She messaged me last week, Friday morning actually, and she said, I just wanted to let you know that you were right and I was wrong. And she's like, I don't know what happened, but it's like, I turned another year older and my brain clicked on, and yeah, and she was basically like, "You're right, I see it. It was a bad choice." I think a lot of people are having that
The problem is,
revelation.
and I will die on this hill. I will stand on this hill and die on it. The problem is, and I feel like the majority of people that voted for Biden fell into one of two categories. One, they just couldn't stand Trump, just couldn't stand him as a person, right? Because let's be honest, the dude's an ass. Like, that's a
Yeah.
fact. Okay.
Yeah.
Two, they wanted the inclusion and the be nice to me, and they couldn't stand the harsh tweeting and all of those things. Okay. Those two people.
Yep.
But here's the deal, and this is the hill I will die on forever. Trump ran America like a business, and that's how it's supposed to be ran.
And that's how it's supposed to be. That is the only reason I want him back in office. I don't like him as a person. I think that
Same.
he's arrogant. I think he's done a lot of wrong, but so has Biden. And when it comes down to it, what state of the country were you happier with? Were you happier in 2019, or are you happier in 2024? Like, I think people really need to think through this.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he
think
ran it
that
like a business, and that's how it's supposed to be ran.
yeah. Now, those categories you're talking about are going to present themselves again. There are still people who will vote for anybody but Trump, literally because they just will not, and they're good. I mean, I would rather them not vote at all, but they're going to. So I don't think there's enough of them anymore. Truly, I don't. But anyway, I don't know, and I'm not scared about it.
I'm not scared. I just don't think it's gonna go how we want or need it to go.
I will be highly disappointed though I mean, our country is already in shambles. I don't see us having a country left after.
I don't either. I think about, so I follow this, his name is Conservative Ant, and he is a gay Republican. Okay. Like, but he's hilarious. Two, he has said it since Biden took office that America is the laughing stock of the world.
And we are. Yeah.
I just think about, like, when I grew up, we were the greatest nation. And now as an adult, I'm like, these other countries are just sitting back laughing at us.
Yeah, especially after Thursday night. They were like, this is a national security problem right now. Like, everything that Biden said on air, literally there are other leaders and terrorists watching this. And now they're like, oh my God, the guy's a fool, Yeah. And I feel terrible. Yeah, I feel terrible. But anywho, it's gonna be fine. Either way, we need to move. We need to move to Australia. We will. It's fine.
I'm not going to Australia, girl. You seen them snakes and spiders over there?
I do, but they're really nice people. I'm not going to Canada, that's for sure.
I'm not going to Canada either. Maybe I'll just go to Greenland and just deal with the cold. There's like nobody there.
Isn't it Greenland? Okay, Greenland and Iceland, when I was growing up, they said the climates are actually the opposite. You would think Greenland would be really like super pretty and green and like perfect climate, and Iceland would be ice, but it's actually the opposite, right? That is crazy to me. That is so crazy.
Yeah, I think the warmest it's been has been like maybe 40 since he's been there. And it's summer. It's going summertime.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, not a place for me for sure.
Yeah, I definitely don't think I would enjoy it either, but it's remote.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, I think we're gonna go find some food.
Yeah, I gotta find food too, and I gotta work out.
And then I also need to do that too. I need to get I need to eat lunch, do an hour of work, and then get my walk over with. Have a very late night tonight with this proposal and picking up groceries, but it's gonna be fine. So
it'll be fine. Okay, if anything changes or as I get my things prioritized, I'll update you and let you know.
Perfect.
Otherwise, I think after we went through Blueprint students for the last 12 months, I think everybody is now on track with payments and such.
Okay.
Yale made hers.
I saw that.
So those that defaulted are just defaulted, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know what we could do? We could send all of those defaulted an email when we launch the new Blueprint.
I thought about that too. Yeah.